Coming up next week, August the 8th to be exact, so that's a week from tomorrow night, there is an event being held that it says right here will inspire and uplift and motivate. And Cheryl Gordijk is one of the people who's involved in the organization of that particular event from the Wilmot Terry Fox Run. Good afternoon, Cheryl.
Good afternoon, Brian.
So where did the idea for this night of inspiration come from?
Annually, the Ontario Terry Fox organization has an event that is for the run organizers, and they talk about what's happened, where our fundraising dollars go to, and they bring in people to inspire and talk to us and teach us and motivate us. And Nigel and I, my husband, who are the run organizers for the Wilmot Terry Fox Run, come away from that just wanting to do more. And on the way home this last May, we thought it would be nice to sort of bring that to the community that has been so supportive of us, to sort of let them know where their efforts are going, and hoping that they can feel the way that we do when we attend that event in May.
So why this year for this kind of event?
Nigel and I have slowly been doing things a little bit differently with our run, and so every year we kind of want to do something to keep the cause out in front of people. So we've done different types of fundraisers. This year just sort of felt like the right time. People are getting to know us that are doing the run. They're seeing how much we are passionate about the cause, and we just thought that it was just the right time.
And you're right, because it's really difficult to keep things going. You need to have dedicated volunteers, and you guys are certainly that. So tell me about this evening. It is August the 8th, and what goes on?
So it starts at 7 o'clock, and Simon Mennonite Church, which is in Baden, will be where the location is for the event. We're going to have some speakers, yourself included, so you'll be talking, hopefully. And one of the main reasons is we wanted to sort of bring people in that had a connection. And yourself, you covered the Terry Fox Run, or the Marathon of Hope, in 1980. So we thought that your historical perspective might be nice, and how what you felt about that run. We have Fashion Santa, who's a fashion model, who lost his mother to liver cancer, and while he was recovering from that grief, he stopped shaving and thought he looked like a skinny Santa. And so now he spends his time spreading a positive message. So you'll be hopefully interviewing Mr. Mason. We have Pam Damoff, the MP for Oakville North Burlington, and the Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Health. And she, with the Minister of Health, helped secure $150 million in funding for the Marathon of Hope Cancer Centers. So she'll be giving us a conversation and talking about that. We have Jeff here, who's a New Dundee school teacher who received the Terry Fox Humanitarian Award in 1998, and he organizes his school's run. We have two students from Forest Glen Public School in New Hamburg, Ella and Ava Hansen. And then our friend Tim Lewis is a jazz musician, so he'll be performing some music for us in between some of the conversations.
So why is this cause so important to you, Cheryl?
I think when we first started doing it, it was one of those things where there's a person there, and cancer, like we all know, hits almost everybody, at least through a personal interaction or a family member or a good friend. And the cause itself, one of the main motivating features for Nigel and I is that almost 80 cents of every dollar goes towards research, and there's not an awful lot of other fundraisers that can sort of make that claim, and it's something that we're very proud of. And I think it's just that sense of community that the name evokes. You kind of know somebody, or you saw them on TV, or there's a face behind it, and it just kind of, sometimes it's hard to put it into words. It's really more the emotional connection that you get with being part of the Terry Fox Run and the family that goes with it. Well,
and you're right in a way. It is so difficult these days for for all of us to stay connected because everything is so scattered. So this, to me, in one way, the whole legacy of Terry Fox is the ability of people to focus on that moment and be able to kind of, come together and work on something they believe in. Because like you said, everybody knows somebody.
Yes.
Who's been affected by this. So if people want to come to this event, how can they do it?
Well, we're asking people to sign up using Eventbrite. So it's at, there's a web a link, www.wilmotterryfox.ca/inspire. And the reason that we're wanting people to sign up, even though there is no ticket charge, it is a free will donation. Which is also part of the great thing about the Fox Foundation is that everything is, if you've given $1, you're part of the Marathon of Hope, which is a great philosophy. Nobody's committed to doing more than they can afford to or more than they want to. But the reason we're asking for people to sign up for Eventbrite is because we just want to make sure that we have enough tables and chairs set up and we have a rough idea. We will be serving coffee and tea. We want to make sure we have at least enough cups of coffee for people when they come, and just to have them sign up through Eventbrite so we know the numbers.
Now, I just did a little search as well, and you have a Facebook page as well, right?
Correct, yeah.
So if people have a hard time finding that other link, just search out Wilmot Terry Fox Run on Facebook, and there you are.
Correct, that's where we are, yes.
How many people are you expecting? Is it a crowd of thousands, or do you not have that much coffee?
The church itself, I believe, can only fit about 300, I believe. I think maybe between 250 and 300. We've had other events there throughout the community, other concert series and events. So it's not a big capacity crowd. So we're not expecting a full house. We're just wanting to hopefully reach out to people who are interested and want to find out a little bit more about Terry Fox, maybe perhaps just get involved. And this is the part of the way of doing it is to sort of reach out to people that might not know anything about it. They just contribute through their fundraiser, but they really don't know much more. And so we're just kind of hoping that they get a little bit more out of it than just donating, $20.
And when is the Wilmot Terry Fox Run?
It is Sunday, September the 15th. We are very fortunate. We work with the New Hamburg Fall Fair. They've kindly donated us a space during the Fall Fair in New Hamburg, and registration is at 12:30. And the Fall Fair has worked with us to give free access to the Fall Fair after you've completed the run. So they work hand in hand with us. So we're very fortunate to have another community group help support us that way.
That is kind of cool that the two parts of the community work together for something that's worthwhile. And then you get to go to the fair. Man, that's a win-win-win.
Exactly. Yeah, pet some animals, have a moo with the cow.
Sure, why not? All right, thank you very much, Cheryl. Appreciate it. And I'll see you on August the 8th.
Looking forward to it, Brian. Thanks so much for your time.
That is Cheryl Gordijk. She is one of the organizers of the Wilmot Terry Fox Run and the Wilmot Terry Fox to Inspire. So as she says, I'll be there. I'm gonna interview Fashion Santa, which you should just look him up. He's an interesting story. He's got a great message, and he kind of looks like a really skinny Santa, like a Santa who's on the Mediterranean diet. That's what Fashion Santa looks like. So we'll be chatting with him about his experiences, and I'll give you a couple of mine, and then we'll just have a kind of a nice conversation. No charge for that, but if you want to look up Wilmot Terry Fox Run on Facebook, that's probably the easiest way to find a link to them.